Hey everybody, it is Phoenix, and I am back once again today in Planet Coaster 2, and not just Planet Coaster 2, but I am back in you guys' favorite park. Once again, we are here in Rebaville today, my Dollywood inspired park that you guys just absolutely adore. So yeah, last episode we didn't have a whole lot to show. It was more or less just kind of a proof of concept of a new ride that we're going to be adding to the park. And today I've got a lot more of that done that I'm going to be showing in just a moment. So just kind of a quick kind of update video, just kind of on the fly here as I'm working. Wanted to give you guys an update as well on my health status, you know, because last video I had mentioned that I've been recently having a lot of trouble with my shoulder and my arm, a lot of pain in that, which was keeping me from really doing anything much on my computer as far as using a mouse or just sitting at my desk. Also driving was also kind of a problem, but you know, that's something I have to do. So but yeah, that seems to be kind of going away. It's no longer as painful as what it was. I can actually work now on my computer anyway. I can drive a little bit better. Yeah, so things are getting better as far as that goes. I can get in here. I can work. I literally spent about 6 hours yesterday streaming here, building in the park on Twitch. I stream on Twitch because I can listen to the music that I choose to listen to on Twitch. I would love to stream on YouTube, but YouTube doesn't allow me that option, and it is unfortunate. So yeah, I've just been kind of streaming on Twitch here recently instead of here on YouTube. So, you know, the videos always are going to end up here on YouTube anyway. But all right, so let's get to what you guys are actually here for. So last episode, I kind of showed off the proof of concept of the brand new ride that I've been working on. It's kind of a combination Splash Mountain, Dudley Do-Rights, Ripsaw Falls, Chiapas, maybe a little bit of Night Flight Expedition from Dollywood, kind of inspired by a little bit of that as well, even though the ride's not actually open and I've not been on it yet or anything. I've been keeping an eye on that ride, but yeah, I'm legitimately just behind this tree because I don't want to reveal anything just yet. Yeah, so I've done a lot more work. We've gotten past the proof of concept. The proof of concept was, kind of done. The alpha version of the ride, basically. And I went ahead and started doing some more work on it. So as you guys can see, we have a mountain now. I mean, we had part of a mountain before, but we have much more of a mountain now. It actually looks like a mountain. Twin Peaks, I call it. And these mountains are all natural because as you can see, one is slightly smaller than the other one. But all right, so let me kind of jump up here and kind of show you what I'm doing. I've redone this bridge right here as well, going across through here, and I think this looks much better where the actual splash coaster comes out at right here. So it drops out of the mountain. Oh, here comes one now. Perfect timing. So it drops out of the mountain. It drops down. That's about 70 feet or so of a drop. And then it kind of hits a bunny hill kind of thing here. And then goes back into the station over here. You guys really, really liked this last video I did. Maybe because it was shorter than my other ones. I think it was around 16 minutes or so. But I've gotten more views on that video than I have any other video in a very, very long time. Last I checked, I was close to 2,500 views on that. So hopefully this one will see the same kind of love. I appreciate all of you guys. But yeah, so not just the mountain has been done, because in the last video, the idea of the coaster was just it went out of the station, it went up, around, and then it came down. That was just to see if I could get kind of this to work right here the way I wanted it to, and how it would look in the park. So I'm happy to say that I was extremely happy with what I come up with and how it was working. I did want to kind of make a custom splashdown here in this section using other tracks so that I could use drive tires to kind of push it around right here. But I got it working, and then it stopped working. It would work like every single time I opened the park. It would work on the first 3 cars, and then after the first 3 cars, all the special effects would stop working. The triggers would stop working. I don't know what that is. It could be because I'm using mods. I'm using the no track limits on this particular ride here, and it's got elements it's not supposed to have. So maybe that was breaking the triggers. It's possible. I don't really know, but I couldn't do the custom one that I wanted to do. So I ended up having to do this, as you can see. It might get a little bit more of a paint job, maybe to try to get it a little closer to the actual watercolor so it's not as visible. But this isn't too bad right here, I don't think. Yeah, so it comes out, goes around, and then kind of comes over here, goes back underneath of our path right here, which I still need to do some work on. There's still a lot more to do on this ride. And then we come over into this section where you guys can see here, I've got more of a bridge over here. So the bridge kind of continues across. I don't have any safety railings over here. Nobody tell OSHA, all right? So I've got the ride open to my visitors, but I haven't got all the supports up yet. So it's in preview days right now. All right, so then it kind of comes around, goes back up into the station. I assure you there is track here. It is invisible because I'm using a piece that isn't supposed to be part of the ride, so it is invisible. I'm gonna have to custom do that in some way. I'll figure that out later. I've still got probably maybe 2 more passes to go on the track layout before I think I'm happy with it and can kind of finish it up. But let's go over here to the station. Station's obviously nowhere near finished. This is just, again, proof of concept here, just to kind of see what I can do with the station. I decided I just wanted to put some roof on it. That's not going to stay. I've got other ideas for this. And then you'll see over here, so the way we come out of the station is it comes out and it goes up onto this elevator right here, which when I was streaming yesterday, I had this changed. It was a lift hill instead of the elevator. I originally had the elevator here, and then I changed it to the lift hill. I've now changed it back to match closer to what I want this to be, because I really want this to kind of be something that draws people in. And I figure this first element right here of being the elevator lift up, I think it's going to be really cool when I'm done with it. And I think it will draw the visitors, our guests, into the ride right here, giving them this like really cool kind of weenie, mini weenie, tiny wiener. I don't know. But yeah, so it takes you up right here, and then kind of you come out of that. Little bit of a roller coaster ride here, just kind of a family coaster, into our first splashdown right here. At this point, it meanders along our little creek bed next to the path right here. Very, very much Splash Mountain kind of look. Tiana's Bayou, Splash Mountain, you know, all that stuff like that. And let me tell you, so as you can see, this is actual real water. I'm not using the water squares. I started out using the water squares right here, but I decided, nah, you know what? I don't want to do that. I want actual water in here because real water looks much better than the water squares. So, yeah, here we are. We've got water in the ride in kind of a trowel. And yet my coaster, also flume coaster, splash coaster, whatever it is, drops down here and it drops below that water. Look how thin that is. It actually works, guys. And we also have a photo op down here too, which it says it's not an exciting moment. I would like to disagree with that, but I mean, this is the drop of the hill. How much more exciting can you get on this ride than right here? I took the photo up and I moved it around the track. Nowhere really was a great place to put this. It was saying it wasn't exciting anywhere really on the track for it. So I just decided, yeah, we're just gonna do it here. Stats be damned. This is where it's gonna go. I think again, using some of the elements that's not supposed to be on the coaster has broken some other stuff with it. But yeah, okay. So this was a pain to get done, to make this work, where we actually have real water in this really thin trowel right here as it goes, and have this go under it. It was not an easy task. It really was not. But I accomplished it, and I'm really, really proud of this, which is why I'm kind of on this, kind of going on about this right now quite a bit more than probably what you guys are interested in. But man, this is a great photo opportunity right here too. Like the way this looks. I wish the flume was a little thinner. I would kind of prefer to use maybe coaster track down through here instead of the flume, but with the coaster track I have to put in drive tires and it just makes it loud. Using the water trowel on the splash coaster, I have found that it actually kind of meanders itself. I'm hung up on this word meander. I really like saying meander, but yeah, it just kind of it moves itself along through this, which was something I wasn't expecting. I thought, once it hit the water, it would slow down. Because I swear, the first time I did this, and I had this section right here, once it hit the splashdown, it slowed down so much that it wouldn't go back into the station over here, which is why I eventually redid it all as drive tires with custom track and all that. But doing it again, I since I had to switch over to the trials and stuff, I noticed, wait a minute, it's actually moving along this. It's flowing. So, anywho, so yeah, we go up this lift hill, which I personally think this lift hill is maybe a little too big. I thought about maybe putting an elevator over here, but then that would make 2 elevators that we have, at least. Not gonna say anything else, but I was just like, no, we really need to use the lift hill here. So then I thought, well, maybe I can make the lift hill kind of smaller, and I think that's still going to be maybe one of the passes I go through again on this. We're going to shorten the lift up here as far, so we don't have to go as high. And then this section up here, nowhere near finished. As you can see, we've got the mountain kind of just kind of cut off right there. This was an afterthought, but I'll talk about that in just a minute. So we come kind of around here. It comes down through here, and then I've kind of got it going down into this little valley right here. I'm thinking what I'll probably do is maybe add some water in here as well, that it kind of goes around, kind of splashes through. This is where kind of the Night Flight Expedition kind of part of the ride comes in at, where we don't have a Mack rocking boat in the game. Maybe we'll get one, and maybe that would actually kind of look pretty cool, and we'll change all this out. I don't know what's going to be in this next DLC, which we have to wait not 3 months normally for, but 6 months now, because I don't know if you guys heard or not, but we're not going to get a DLC until June. Freaking June. 6 months we got to wait. Another 3 months from now. They did announce, though, that we are getting a free update for April. The only thing that we know is going to be in that for a fact is going to be they're bringing arcades in, which I'm really happy about. That I'm really, really glad that they're bringing arcades in, because that's just one step further towards Midway games, which I really hope they did Midway games. If they're listening to us about the arcade games, then I think maybe they have also heard us on the Midway games, and the Midway games is something that we are going to get, hopefully, in this free update. If not, maybe the next one. But I'm cautiously optimistic that Midway games are going to be in this update. We'll see. I don't have any kind of insider knowledge or anything. The only thing we know for a fact is that we are getting arcades. Possibly they are going to work very much like the gift shops and stuff do, where you attach it to things, because it looks like there might be kind of a prize stand maybe in the background as well. But okay, anyway, I digress. I've got off on a tangent about the new update and the next DLC. But what I was basically saying was maybe And eventually we will get a Mack Rockin' Boat, which might replace this ride instead of using the Splash Coaster. But for now, this is what we have. So as you kind of come along and kind of come through these are going to be kind of like a little rapid section maybe right here. You're going to come to this part where it's going to stop. I am going to build a scene out here. I've got some ideas for this. Where you will then go backwards and drop down into the mines. The dreaded mines. You're not supposed to be down in there, but you do not have a choice because of the story of the coaster. So... and then that's kind of where I'm going to end right there. I'm not going to show anything on the inside just yet. If you guys watched my Twitch stream yesterday, you probably saw where things are going to go from there, but that's going to change. Because like I said, I still have a couple more passes to go over on our ride here, on our track layout before it's done. I've got this little section right here where it kind of swings out right here on the side of the mountain. That's probably going to go away here anyway. I'm probably going to move this somewhere. Maybe over in here, possibly. But I still want it to kind of come out of the mountain like that and kind of go back in. I do want that. I really like that idea. I think my execution on that is poor. So I'm going to redo that a little bit. And the entire inside of the mountain is also going to be redone. I will show a little bit of the back end of it here. So it is a fake mountain, obviously. A lot of you guys out there have said that you love my rock work and everything, and you're like, holy crap, man, I need to take like notes on your rock work and how you do this. Honestly, this isn't that good. I don't know. This section right here looks pretty good, but the rest of it is just poorly put together and just kind of rushed. The way I did this is I just took pieces from the other ride over here. Let me get out of here. So I just kind of took pieces from my rapids and just kind of randomly threw them over here in sections and just started putting things together. Very much kind of like this. Let me show you kind of what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to take this part right here, right? These rapids here. And we need something over here because I completely messed up when I put all this in. So I'm just going to take this down here. And I'm just going to put it kind of where I want it. Right there on the edge. And then I'm just going to kind of repeat it here a little bit. And just kind of make it go around that. And occasionally what I will do is I will take other pieces of rides as well. See, like that one, I'll just take that. And we'll bring this over here. I have more pieces than what we need. Okay, I don't want to grab that. Give me one that doesn't have a bunch of stuff on it. That one right there. So I'll just take this, right? And then I'll just throw it over here as well. Kind of like that. And then, just kind of, maybe we'll do this. So I'll just go into it and then grab some pieces off of that and kind of extend that out a little bit. Just kind of moved it up and down to give it a little bit of difference so it doesn't look like a repeating pattern. But if you look close, it is totally a repeating pattern. And definitely if you look at the mountain, you can totally see it if you're looking close. But I think it's good enough. It's not supposed to be a real mountain. It's supposed to be a fake mountain. I think it turned out okay. So as I was saying earlier, the two peaks on the top is kind of an afterthought. So what I'm probably going to do is the drop is going to raise up just a little bit. Originally I had it up here, but then I redid it and made the drop shorter. I'm going to raise that drop back up because I've got some ideas now that I want to do now that I've put the two peaks up here. So it's actually going to come out somewhere up here at the top and then kind of maybe go around the mountain and then back into the cavern system where it will probably come out maybe over here somewhere. I want people to be able to see it, so we'll probably have it come out maybe around in this section and then go back in to the mountain. And then we'll do some other stuff and then eventually it will pop out of the of our little mountain hole. right there. So, yeah, that's kind of it. I do know my guests are definitely complaining about the fact that Splash Coaster 1 has a long ride time. Of course, they say that about the River Rapids too, and look how many are riding it. So I really wish this wasn't a thing, this long ride time message, because I understand my River Rapids might be a little long. I understand that. But the time I've looked at this, and this is actually shorter of a ride than Chiapas is. It's definitely shorter than Splash Mountain by a long shot. I think Splash Mountain is like 10 minutes, depending on which one you are looking at. There's 3 different ones, as far as I know, at the Disney parks, maybe 4. Each of them has a different ride time, so mine beats all of them. And it's actually a shorter ride time than Chiapas, but I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm sorry to all the people who are huge fans of Phantasialand. I don't mean to mispronounce it. I'm pronouncing it how it looks, so I think I'm getting it right. But anyway, so yeah, this is what I've been kind of up to the last couple of days. I've been finishing up my ride. I worked on a little bit before that, just kind of getting some other stuff done. But yesterday I came in, I redid all of the bridge, I added more to the mountain, I fixed up a few other things here and there, and then during the rest of the week I've been kind of working on the track layout, doing some other stuff. But that's what I've been up to. I hope you guys really like it so far. I think it's coming around. It takes up a huge plot of land. Once again, just the same as my Vekoma racing family coaster over here did. So, and I guess my River Rapids also takes up about as much land as 2. It takes up a lot. But I think what we're going to end up doing is probably using this mountain for other stuff as well, because I still want to do a coaster right around in here somewhere that's going to be integrated in with the rapids, where you're going to see parts of it from the rapids. You'll probably see parts of it from our Splash coaster, which I do have a name for. I'm not going to say anything yet because I don't want to reveal the story just yet. So that will be coming soon once I kind of get some more stuff kind of done on it. But all right, guys, so that's kind of it. That's really all I have to talk about in this one. I don't want to stay too long. I don't want to wear out my welcome. It seems like short videos are the way to go. You guys watched the last one quite a bit. Like I said, 2,500 views almost on that. Most I've had in a year, if not longer. So I'm really happy with how that last video has performed. I'm not happy with, the way I made the video. Just, as far as like, I didn't really have that much to show off, but you guys didn't seem to care. You really enjoyed it. You watched it, and that's the main thing, I guess. So I'm glad I kind of did that, just kind of out of the blue. But this one also is just kind of on the fly, and this is what I've got done. I think it looks great. I really think it's coming out probably better than my Rapids, if I had to say. I don't know. This could be my masterpiece. Something else is, I've noticed here lately, I've been seeing a lot of people doing Rapids rides now, and kind of, I don't want to say they're copying what I've been doing, because they've, I don't know, some of them aren't exactly copying what I'm doing, and who's to say whether they actually even know about this or not. But I've been seeing a lot of people doing Rapids rides, doing the same techniques that I'm doing, and some of them are pretty damn good. And I guess it's true what they say. What is it? Flattery, something about flattery and copying or something. I don't know. I can't think of the phrase off the top of my head. It's stealing is, I guess, the most sincerest form of flattery or something of that nature. I don't know. I don't want to say they're stealing my stuff. I don't want to say that at all. I know Mineral is working on a Rapids ride right now, and I've seen some stuff from it, and I think his is going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see what he does. He's kind of using some of these same techniques, but he's also, he's creative. He comes up with his own stuff. I saw another one, and I'm sorry, I can't think of your name off the top of my head at this very moment, but I saw him doing he messaged me after my last video, and was telling me about, I'm not trying to, like, I watched your last video. I just didn't want you to think that I was just, like, copying you. I was like, no, man, I understand. That wasn't what I was referring to in my video at all. So, but I checked out his stuff, and man, I can't believe that I've never seen it before, which actually I kind of had. I just didn't watch it all the way. But then after he messaged me, I watched the whole thing, and very creative stuff there. I told him, I said, honestly, man, I think your Rapids is better than mine. But I keep getting tons and tons of messages of people, and they're like, dude, your Rapids are a masterpiece. This is the best thing you've ever done. This is probably one of the best Rapids that's ever been made in Planet Coaster. And I was like, I appreciate that so much. You guys, I really, really do. And I guess I'm just going to have to up my game at this point, because everybody else is doing Rapids now. And I've got to figure out something that's going to set mine apart and just kind of up we got to take it to another level, but yeah. All right, so just one last look here at our new ride before I go. Our Mountain Splash coaster over here, and this is where I'm going to leave you guys at, right here. So thanks so much for watching. Hopefully this video gets even more views than what my last one did. Guys, I can't thank you enough. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the views. I appreciate all you subscribing. I'm gonna keep working on this. I'm happy. Like I said, I'm happy to say my arm is better now. I can work. Things are progressing, as you can see. So until next time, wherever you guys are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And I will see you in either the next live stream or the next video. Until then, hasta la vista, guys.